Hi guys, welcome to Prep TV. Today I wanted to share and educate a little bit about one of my favorite functional communication interventions, and that is the picture exchange communication system. It was developed by Melaura Tomaino and Andy Bondy, and I think that now with all of the app-based communication tools, good old original PECS is being underutilized. And at least for my students, there's an entire subset of kiddos who just aren't ready for an app-based system that requires fine motor skills, the ability to isolate a point, the ability to categorize, manipulate through screens. And then additionally, I also deal with a lot of individuals who have a high level of behaviors, including property destruction. And oftentimes those devices end up getting thrown, the screen gets broken, and then they have no way to communicate. So I do feel that there's this subset who really would benefit, and still for me at least do benefit from paper-based PECS. And so I wanted to go over how to implement that. And for this first video, so as to not overwhelm, I'm just going to be demonstrating phase 1. And again, I want to reference Melaura Tomaino and Andy Bondy and their manual and instructional materials, as they are the experts in this and they developed the system, and I am simply just reiterating the implementation that I use at my school. So for phase 1 of PECS, the primary goal is to get the student to understand the exchange process. So you're going to be using a single picture of the preferred item and working on an exchange. Now, before I even get to that point, I do a preference assessment so that I can determine what items the student is going to want to ask for. And then once I identify those items, I make picture icons of all of those items. And then when I begin teaching, I do paired choice preference assessments to determine what the student might want to ask for. And they normally demonstrate that via a reach or a grab or a point to the item that they may want. So once I determine what the student wants, I present that picture because I've already made it previously. And then the prompter, so that's the second interventionist that's required when you're teaching PECS phase 1, is going to prompt the response, which is simply the exchange of the picture. Then me as the communicative partner is going to reinforce the attempt at communication and provide that item to the individual to reinforce the communication. So I'm now going to demonstrate this. Again, like I stated, there's going to be 3 people involved. Myself as the communicative partner, Steve as the communication prompter, and then Charlotte as the student. So you'll always need 3 people when you first teach phase 1 so that all of those initial responses are prompted. All right, let's go. So the positioning for intervention is going to be that the communicative partner, myself, is in front of the child in direct view. The student is here, and then the prompter, who's going to prompt communication, is behind the learner. I have my items that the student may want, as well as the corresponding pictures for each, and the communication binder, which I'll explain in just a minute. So the first thing I'm going to do, as I stated, is present a paired choice preference assessment to determine what the learner may want. I'm going to present the icon for the item that was requested and wait for the learner to hand the icon over. Cookie! You want cookie! Nice asking. I reinforced the communication verbally and delivered the item that was requested, which was the cookie. Now, in the manual, Bondy and Frost suggest that the icon is just on the table or in the space where the prompter and communicative partner are teaching communication. However, with my population, I'm working with a very impacted population, and oftentimes I find that the Velcro becomes distracting and a lot of stereotypy may start to occur. So during phase 1, where the response effort is a little bit lower, I actually like to introduce the book to get rid of all of the potential barriers to progress that may occur when the response effort is easier. So I'm going to do another trial here with the book. Oh, So again, I'm going to determine what it is that the learner would like to work for or ask for. I'm going to put that icon on the book and represent a trial. Cracker, you want cracker, nice job. So as you can see, the learner went for the actual item and the prompter behind directed her to use the picture instead. So this is really going to start teaching the learner that these icons result in gaining access to the items that they want, even when the items aren't present. But again, in phase 1 of PECS, the items are present to entice the learner to ask. So thank you so much again for watching. And if you have any questions, please email or message us, and stay tuned for PECS phases 2 through 5. Thank you. Bye.